Rajdeep, I'll quickly come to you first. What do you make of the Tharoor Congress tensions, Rajdeep? The latest now, of course, you have the likes of Jairam Ramesh coming out. You have the likes of Pawan Khera endorsing what maybe a junior leader said earlier.
Yes, thanks very much, Preeti. Look, the tensions between Shashi Tharoor and the Congress may have surfaced again in the manner in which Dr. Tharoor is seen to have fully endorsed every government action during Operation Sindoor without the slightest tone of skepticism at a time when Rahul Gandhi is asking some hard questions of the government. So the dissonance is very clear between Dr. Tharoor batting for the Modi government and the Congress leadership or the rest of the Congress leadership beginning to ask lots of questions of the same Modi government. But let's be clear, Preeti, these tensions didn't start in April of 2025. Their origins are in October of 2022 when Shashi Tharoor took on Mallikarjun Kharge for the presidentship of the Congress. That's when really a section of the Congress, especially a few people close to Rahul Gandhi, like the party general secretary organization, K.C. Venugopal, thought that Shashi Tharoor was almost challenging in a way the Congress establishment. And there was a conscious attempt to somehow or the other sideline and marginalize Shashi Tharoor, both during the elections and after it. In fact, a section of the Congress felt that Dr. Tharoor was using his bid for presidentship to actually eye the Kerala Chief Minister's post and become the Congress's face for the Kerala elections. Now, as a result, a lot of the factionalism came out. Suddenly, Dr. Tharoor found himself being isolated, wasn't being allowed to speak out in Parliament on major issues. He was removed as the head of the All India Professionals Congress. And while he was accommodated in the Congress Working Committee, the sense is Dr. Tharoor was getting increasingly restless.
I want to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor, back into this conversation because, Rajdeep, we've debated this ad nauseum. It's not the first time, like you pointed out in your first intervention, where you said that it goes all the way back to the election of the president of the Congress, where Shashi Tharoor stood up against Mr. Kharge. And after that, you've seen a systematic sidelining of Dr. Tharoor by the Congress. The question I ask, you have Dr. Tharoor, who's also made it very clear, if the Congress doesn't want me, I have other options. Larger question, Rajdeep, is the Congress all set to lose another asset?
Well, Preeti, I don't think Shashi Tharoor is out to become another Jyotiraditya Scindia or Jitin Prasad or Milind Deora just yet, someone who leaves the Congress to join the BJP. You just have to look at Dr. Tharoor's writings over the last couple of decades. He's been staunchly against the BJP. So I don't think Dr. Tharoor wants to make a switch right away, certainly not even in a state like, particularly not in a state like Kerala, where the BJP is still party number 3. My sense is Dr. Tharoor ideally wants to bide his time, at least till next year's Kerala election, see how that goes. He's already made it clear to some of his friends and admirers that he's not very keen on recontesting a Lok Sabha election in 2029. So I don't see Shashi Tharoor walking out of the Congress, and I don't think the Congress wants to lose Shashi Tharoor yet, but they want to work out some kind of a relationship which at the moment is becoming more and more difficult because of the level of mistrust that is being built on both sides, Preeti.
One final question. I'll bring in Rajdeep first and I'll get in final interjections there. Rajdeep, once again, building on the conversation we've been having on Dr. Tharoor and the Congress, clearly there seems to be a divide within the Congress on Dr. Tharoor. Is there actually a divide? That's the big question. Because now you have the likes of Jairam Ramesh, you have the likes of Pawan Khera openly criticizing Dr. Tharoor. The proverbial high command, is it in the know, or once again, this would be an example of possibly the Gandhis being disjointed from what is the reality of their own party?
Well, I think it's not just the Gandhis who appear disjointed from reality. I think the Congress system at the moment is not able to create the space where you can have a constellation of leaders whom they can take to the public. This is a moment where the Congress really needs a shadow cabinet, where you could have Shashi Tharoor, for example, as a shadow cabinet minister for external affairs. But there's so much of insecurity, antagonisms, factionalism, mistrust, that it becomes then very difficult for a political party to realize what's happening on the ground. I also think, to be fair, Dr. Tharoor needs to also recognize that brand Tharoor cannot be bigger than brand Congress. And he too, in a way, needs to ensure that there is a reach out, a meaningful reach out to various factions within the party, both in Kerala and at the center. So I think unless they are able to find this working relationship, you could well suggest that matters are reaching a bit of a dead end between Dr. Tharoor and the Congress. I don't expect him to leave the party, but I don't expect the party to truly recognize some of the assets that Dr. Tharoor brings to the table.
Fair point. All right, Rajdeep, appreciate you joining us.